I mean, like, especially if you get to travel doing it, it's like, I get to travel and, like, throw blood at people. I'm not really gonna complain. Honey, you're already good looking. What am I supposed to do? Hey, how'd you find out? I get to put an ice pick in someone's head. My kind of day. They told me it had to be fake, though. Kind of stinks, but whatever.
Good evening, morning, and afternoon, all the lovely people of the world. I'm Geoffrey Hill. Welcome to the show. You know how you watch movies and you say, wow, that was so cool. It was so real. Oh my gosh, did they really cut the guy's arm off? And how do they make those things, you know, like in the Gladiator movies when the guy goes, shing, and runs the sword through the guy and you're like, oh my gosh, it's real. How do they do that? Today, I'm going to introduce you to ASHLEY Keating. She is an special effects artist who specializes in makeup and gore. There's so much gore today that you may want to avert your eyes. I'm just going to lay down on the floor so when I faint, I'm already there. But before that happens and you get to watch me pass out, we're going to have a little moment of movies. Poof!
You said a man want to see me.
Alley out back.
Can't come in here. What is he, white? Oh, boy. So what's the score?
We're sending a man that works in an office to pick something up. You are part of a babysitting team watching his family while he does it.
Good morning. Everything is normal, except...
What do you want?
Is that something you'd say? Normal Monday?
I'm gonna shoot you right now.
Can I go home now? Wait at the house after.
What do you mean after?
Right off of your feet.
What is going
What's going on, big guy?
Yeah, what are we doing?
We're following instructions. Are you helping me or are you not helping me?
No.
Thank you. Set up, man.
God called me, offering me $10,000 to turn you in. 15 for the white guy.
Think you're the only one that can make a move? I can make a move, too.
Have the keys. I like to listen to the radio.
I'm gonna shoot you right now.
Organized crime like the mob. Well, I guess that's the $64,000 question, isn't it?
Knock you off of your feet.
It's been a long day. I'll put this over you so I can relax. Thank you.
You having a good time?
Bang, bang, bang. Knock you off of your feet.
So, how'd it go?
Take you home with me.
We had a little slip up at work.
I don't think that's the end of that. You chickened out. Oh.
I'm gonna shoot you right now.
The problem is you're not smart enough to know how not smart you are, which makes you unpredictable, which makes you untrustworthy.
Why are you doing this, man?
Because I'm going to get what's mine.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna punch you now, sir. I'm punching you. This is going to be a punch.
Boom, boom, boom.
Welcome back, everybody. For some crazy reason, I just want to say, boom chicka pow wow, boom chicka pow wow. I don't know why. I'm preparing myself because I'm going to introduce you to a woman who just loves to make everything turn red, runny, and bloody. Her name is ASHLEY Keating. Welcome her to the show. ASHLEY, welcome. I'm going to sit down now, get closer to the ground. I'm a little worried because I've got a sensitive stomach. All that blood stuff, you know, but it's an essential part of horror movies. I have to say that properly, horror movies. Can we hear you? Are you there?
Hi.
Aha! For a moment, I thought she was mute. After all, most of the people behind the scenes, they don't have speaking roles.
Like, we're not used to being able to talk, so it's a little bit too much for me right now.
Well, don't feel too overwhelmed because I'll take care of that for you. I've got the overwhelming feeling. What is that? That's the Righteous Brothers song. It goes like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overwhelmed. I've lost that conscious feeling. I'm laying here on the floor. You know that song?
I think I might be a little bit too young to. But
it's the fainter's anthem. It's what happens to us guys with the sensitive stomachs. Poof! Oh, no. You just fall over. So how long have you been doing this whole effects artist stuff?
Well, I've probably been practicing around 5 years now. But professionally, I've been doing it around 2. So,
2 years.
Fair amount of time.
That's enough to get your fingers all red. What is your favorite effect to do as an effects artist?
For me, I definitely prefer wounds. I don't know why. Like, a lot of effects artists like doing fantasy makeup, which I do too. But there's just something about, you know, making someone look like they have a giant gash across their chest. And I just like the reaction that I get when people look at it and go, why? Okay. So.
Well, you would have loved my reaction because I saw your demo clip here. We're going to show that little demo clip shortly. And when I saw that, it flashed on the screen and I had to turn my whole head. The good news is I didn't get to hear the sound, so for those of you at home who are hoping to hear the gushy, squishy sound of, you know, people grinding, no, it's a silent movie, but it was so realistic that I really had to quickly turn away, and I think that's the sign of a quality effects artist, is it looks so realistic, except you know that it's not real because it's movies, or at least you hope it's not real. You never know. So what did you
sneak
do?
In a couple.
You look really young. What did you do before all the makeup and, you know, what? Did you sit at home and say, Mom, I just want to make you look like you're dead?
Well, I mean, work-wise, I worked in the restaurant biz, and then I would come home, I'd make myself look dead, I'd come out of my room, and my parents, not knowing that I started doing this, obviously would be a little concerned because their daughter's just coming out and like her head's like partially chopped off, and
are you
typically
serious?
things that
you did that stuff at home, your mom would die.
I mean, when I first started, I think the first effects that I ever did, I did a giant burn. I did it on my arm, and I knew my dad was outside, so I just casual daughter activity. I just ran outside screaming. It showed him my arm, and obviously he almost like passed out because he thought that I had gotten severely burned from something. So,
oh my gosh. Where do you get the inspiration from this? Do you like watch little live operations in the in the emergency rooms, or are you scouring YouTube going, ooh, I want to see like the real thing?
Honestly, kind of both. I mean, obviously as an effects artist, you do like have to study real wounds. Like a lot of people kind of just don't think about that. Like if you look at my search history, I could probably be charged with something. Like the amount of things that search history, because like I have to know like how the wound would react. I need to know how it would actually look. So I mean, I like just looking up things. I like seeing it on YouTube. I used to watch this one girl on YouTube called Glam and Gore, and that's actually, watching her videos is what made me start doing it, because I was like, oh my god, you can do this at home? I'm doing it.
Oh my gosh, so you're going to go to Google and you're going to type in how to kill people, make it look real.
I've probably typed in something similar to that, to be honest. But just go to the private tab.
Oh, there you go.
No one will see. I do that occasionally just because I'm like, somebody I'm gonna be arrested for something someday. It's not gonna be my fault, but this is
just for searching. Just for searching. I remember years and years ago when the internet was brand new, long before you were born. But it was back when I was young. I remember searching for crazy things and thinking that the feds were going to show up at any moment. Man, are they really looking at you? You searched for some crazy thing and out of curiosity, you know, because of course I have a lot of dead cats. Curiosity killed all of them. I'll take pictures and send you so you can make dead cat effects too. But
no.
I remember thinking so many times, oh, I'm going to get arrested for this. Fortunately, I guess it's not against the law to search for some stupid thing. It's what you do with it afterwards, I guess.
It's true.
I haven't really been chased down by the law. No, the song says, I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy, so all is good.
I do know that song, and that is a very good song.
It really is. It's, you know, describes me perfectly. So,
yeah.
You came to the breakfast table, you're 12 years old, your head's half severed, your mom passes out on the floor, your dad's passed out over there. Did anybody ever call CPS?
Surprisingly not, actually. I know, because again, when I first started, I would occasionally, obviously this is when I first started, so people just didn't expect it. You know, I'd take photos of it, obviously. You know, you're proud of what you do. You think it's cool, you know.
And then you go to school, and you're sitting there in class going, this class sucks. I really hate algebra. So you just grab some lipstick, smear it on your side of your neck, and let your tongue hang out. Can I go to the principal's office? Something wrong?
But I would actually post things on Facebook on occasion. And I remember a couple times when family and family friends had called my parents and be like, oh my God, is Ashley okay? What happened? How did it, is she in the hospital? Not. So that was tiring.
Man, you hope that you never actually do have a problem like that, because you've been crying wolf for years.
Exactly. I'll just be, dead on the floor. People will be like, all right, Ashley, stop. We get it.
Yeah,
okay,
come on, stand up. They kick you a few times. Stop it now.
God, she's a good
actress. Leave her there for a couple days.
Right. They come back, they're like, why? Method
So what's
actor.
that thing on your neck? I'm so far away from the TV, I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at.
So this is one of the things that I've made. It's a human heart, just casual girl accessories. You got your purse, you got your lipstick, got your human heart around your neck.
Not on your sleeve. Okay, I'm getting a little bit woozy already, so I think we're going to take a break because Jeff is lightheaded. Let's go take a look at a TikTok.
Fajitas de pollo.
Can we get a side of whack-a-mole with that?
Eres estúpida. Voy a guacamole en un momentito. Por Dios. Bueno, guacamole.
And a side of frijoles.
It's frijoles, you freaking mole!
That'll distract me. A little bit of beans and rice always does a man a good deed. Beans and rice.
Yeah.
So,
beans and rice stuff.
Before you did gory stuff, did you go through the whole regimen of, what other things did you do? Model makeup or wedding makeup or?
Actually, how I got into regular makeup is from doing gory makeup. I wasn't allowed to wear actual pretty makeup when I was younger, so I just went opposite, teenage rebellion. That'll teach you, Mom.
Mom, can I have some eyelashes and some other stuff, lipstick? No, fine. I'm gonna cover myself in ketchup. You'll see.
Yes. Oh. And hey, it worked. I work, I have makeup. there I go. And now I do that as well. So
is this what you do for a living all the time? You're just doing this stuff?
pretty much. I mean, of course, it's film production, so it's freelance, but you know, when I'm not doing that, I'll try to do like social media marketing. I do writing. I try to keep myself busy because if I don't, I will actually go insane. So
when you say social media marketing, does that mean you're doing stuff for yourself, or are you getting hired to do stuff for people?
Well, for myself, but also like for people as well, because that's a more stable job. You know, sometimes you have to kind of do that to make ends meet. So I just do a mix of both, really.
Well, that's good. Much easier to promote yourself if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Have you done any really big of those big social media accounts that we can talk about?
Sadly, not yet. It's mostly just been like smaller accounts or helping friends with their businesses, you know, making like promotional material, writing posts, like that sort of thing. I do want to do bigger accounts soon though. But
do you ever sit back and look at those social media accounts and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe they don't know how to do this. Seriously, people.
Oh, no, 100%. The amount of, I don't know, like the amount of platforms that don't know how to like properly market themselves or market to their actual demographic is kind of insane. Because it's like bigger accounts too. They'll, you know, try to be, you know, hip with the kids, but that's not at all their demographic, and the adults are confused, and it's like everyone's confused. So
maybe I should try. I want to be famous someday. Maybe I should do like hip with the kids, but would it work? I don't know.
I think your target demographic probably would be around late 20s, middle age, I think. Maybe around that. Market to them, and you should be pretty good.
The late 20s, middle age crowd. So between like 28 to 45. Or is 45 or is 55 still middle aged?
I mean, like,
I'm not
honestly,
nearly as old as the Middle Ages. Seriously, I'm not going back to Cro-Magnon years here.
I mean, you're 27. I don't know what you're talking about. That's how old you are, right? Like 27 or so?
I am a 2719.
Oh, there we go.
Let me think about that. Okay. That's close enough.
That's close. Who cares about math anyway? We're in the creative field. Math,
I can't do math.
Know.
That's why I have to do this job, because nobody else would hire me for anything respectable.
I feel that.
I went to Google, and they called security. So
did you like go through the vents of Google, or did you go through the front door? Because sometimes that does make them call security.
Well, they heard the noise, the banging sounds and everything. They called Ghostbusters.
Of course, of course.
They found me. So I had to divert myself a little bit. As you notice, we didn't talk about makeup and the red stuff, because I'm a little afraid of this clip. A little bit afraid. So I'm just gonna get ready. Better go look at that. We're such a close. I'm gonna get ready here because I don't want to. I'm just gonna get ready. So now, hold on. I'm just preparing. Okay. Okay. Roll the clip. Okay. I did it. I did it. I made it. I totally made it. I'll go back and see now. I really did. That first clip came on, and I was looking at the monitor. I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me! And then it changed to other things, and I really liked that elf girl with the big old pointy ears. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Oh, there's this gorgeous woman like, oh.
I try to give you a break, you know, every once in a while, something, you know, nice, and then just blood.
It looks so real to me. It literally, especially the one right after the elf girl, where she's got her hands up like this. It's like she's got a finger that's been degloved.
Oh yeah, I like that one. That was actually, I think, one of my earlier ones. So,
I thought it was real. I mean, like. I'm not even joking. I got the sensitive thing. Now I have a headache from this and everything. Wow. This is some serious hardcore quality.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So are you available to travel around the world for this? I'm guessing your answer is yes.
Answer is heck yes. I don't know. I love traveling too. So when I do get to travel for work, it's I mean, I hate to say the whole like, oh, you know, if you love your job, you don't work, whatever. But I mean, like, especially if you get to travel doing it, it's like I get to travel and like throw blood at people. I'm not really gonna complain. Yeah.
I've never ever wanted to do that before. I get to traveling. Hey, let me just throw my steak at you. Don't worry, I haven't cooked it.
Yeah, is that not normal behavior? Or?
No, it's definitely not normal. That
explains a lot of.
So, the one shot I noticed is you got this apparently a severed thumb. It looked like in the demo. There's like it looks like a severed thumb. There's no hand attached to it. Is that like someone's actual thumb, or did you just do a wax thumb and then you made it look really?
It's one of these actually. It's made out of clay. I just sculpted it, baked it, you know, painted it. My parents found it when I was baking, so that was kind of awkward. Had to explain that, but we got past it. But yeah, that's polymer clay.
So you're not just doing fancy makeup, you're literally doing actual carvings and sculpting and the whole thing. Wow, that's cool. No one told me that before the show.
There you go. I make prosthetics too. So, you know, like silicone prosthetics that you then apply to actors. Instead of buying them, I know how to make them myself. And
can you make me good looking?
Honey, you're already good looking. What am I supposed to do?
Make it better.
Well, your natural features, as makeup artists always say.
Like if I talk like this, can you fix me?
Well, I don't know about speech, but I can help. I can try.
And you can give me eyebrows. Like I can have eyebrows.
That's my favorite thing. I love doing eyebrows. I don't know why.
I always thought it'd be kind of fun to go someplace and look totally not myself.
I've done it. I recommend it. Not enough people do it, honestly. Like this isn't how I. Nah.
You're using one of those voice. You're really a man. You're using those voice changer things and everything.
Wait, how'd you find out? Okay. Ashton.
We're doing such corny stuff, it's funny. The corn just goes on and on and on. Cornrows galore. So what is in the future? Do you have other projects that you're working on, like currently?
Actually, I know I actually have one, no, I have two projects coming up. I almost forgot about the other. How terrible. I do, I've worked with this director before. I have a small project with him. It's a part of the photo shoot series. I definitely had a couple of photos from our last ones in the reel. But I think like 2 weeks from now, we're doing another project together. It's a historical piece. So that's pretty fun. I get to put an ice pick in someone's head. My kind of day. They told me it had to be fake though. Kind of stinks, but whatever. And then just a short film, a horror movie for one of my friends. So it's we got some stuff ahead.
I just don't know what to say because I just fixated on the ice pick scene.
I get that. I should have led with that last. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew this was going to be very interesting for me because I go to Thanksgiving dinner at my daughter's house. She's a dental hygienist. She sits there around the kitchen table and talks about what she sees. And she's like, Dad, it's just teeth. There's not that much blood.
It's not the blood that bothers me with dentistry. It for some reason the spit, just being in someone. No. I'll stick with
smell.
Right? I don't know. I can't do spit. I don't know, it's just a weird thing. But a respect to dentists though, because no.
So, a woman who loves gore and gory effects makeup, you have a sensitive spot. This is good.
Very slight.
Spit. That's your deal. Spit.
I don't know what.
Note to boyfriend. Gross out girlfriend by drooling. Just drool a little bit.
Yeah, so if he's just drooling in bed next to me, I'll just push him off the bed and just get out.
There's no hope for me then. Oh my goodness. So the next film clip that we're going to play here is probably not up your alley, but let's watch it anyway. Ready? Begin.
Ugh, what is up with this game? At least the VIP snacks are on point. These guys just aren't true athletes like us. These champions could really do with some shooting tips from Yosemite Sam. On second thought, maybe not. According to LeBron, football fans think this is the biggest game in the world. Bigger than our game against the Goon Squad in July? No, who are they kidding? Not a chance!
Welcome to the Space Jam.
When all hope seems lost.
Let's get out of here!
When heroes are needed more than ever. Our fate is in their paws.
A dog?
Actually, sir, I'm a puppy.
That's even worse.
You're in shock, so I'm not going to take that personally.
This summer,
Another perfect rescue.
the worldwide phenomenon will be unleashed on the big screen.
Paw Patrol, what's your emergency?
My name is Liberty. We need your help. Humdinger, he's going to destroy Adventure City.
Come on, Pops. Adventure City's in trouble. Whoa! Welcome to our new headquarters. This is so cool. There's even a new and improved pup treat dispenser. What? It's a beautiful thing.
No dog. By order of the new mayor. He's more of a cat person.
Ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, influencers with over 10,000 followers. Time to light up the sky!
We've got to rescue those people. Let's get to work. Paw Patrol is on a roll. Are you kidding me?
I got this. Get out of the way! Move! You gotta know how to talk to people. Now go!
Let's kick the tires and fight some fires. Ride a cowboy! Motorcycle deploy! This is what we do. No city's too big. No pups too small.
Deploy wedgie drone!
Woo, yikes.
I had to get a little movie clip that, just in case I got a little too lightheaded. I can't even sit there and listen to my daughter talk about that stuff at the kitchen table when we're having Thanksgiving dinner, and she does it on purpose. So I got a question for you. If there's somebody out there in movie land that wants to become a makeup artist specializing in gore, what should they do to go about that?
Well, you mean like getting into the industry or just getting into the actual, just practice itself?
Both.
Okay. Well, with special effects, definitely, since we want things to look, realistic, always look up references. Don't just assume like, yeah, I know what a cut looks like. Because I see that all the time. Someone will make a cut and it's just a normal cut and they put like a ton of bruising on it. Unless it was like a blunt and then like cut sort of thing, it's not going to be bruising like that.
Well, it wouldn't bruise like right away, right? It takes time for it to create a bruise.
Yeah, like there wouldn't be blood. It would be a scab and a bruise if it was. But like regardless, you do have to know how things actually look, how things heal, how things progress. Like a bruise the first day you get is not going to look the same as like the third day. Like just make sure you find out and just study, always be studying. Never think, no, I know what this looks like. Because, then you're not really going to progress if you kind of just, that goes with a lot of things, but
when you're doing a cut, like you said, and you're doing a cut for film, do you find that you have to exaggerate it more? I know that in movies, if you want to have a scene that looks really messy, you actually have to intentionally make it worse, way messier than it is. Otherwise, it just doesn't look that messy. Does the same thing apply to this?
Well, since if you want to do it for a film, you do usually have to exaggerate it a bit. I think we all know, especially like Hollywood and everything is very exaggerated. So, yeah, it's kind of just also finding the balance and like also just knowing, like talking to the director, making sure like, hey, do you want it exaggerated? Do you want it a little bit more subtle? Always communicate and, then you'll know.
That's a good tip. So now how do you get in the industry?
That one, it's hard to just be like, well, you gotta, for me, like I got lucky. I used to go to martial arts, and thankfully one of the guys that went there, he was in the film industry, and people were like, go talk to him. And I was like, okay, nothing's gonna happen from it. I talked to him, and he was like, good timing. I just started a movie. You want to come on? I was like, oh no, okay. So
convenient.
Find the scene and kind of just like shove your way into it. Work hard, but you gotta nudge,
Is this one of those things that you have to have a cosmetology license to do?
You don't necessarily, but I would recommend. It does, obviously. I never recommend like putting something on someone's face if you don't know safety. Like I got a certification in order to know how to safely do everything, how to safely remove everything, how to be safe, because you are working with people's skin. Like if you put something on an actor, they get a rash. That's not good. Like as long as you know safety, I do recommend getting a cosmetology license or a certification, go to school, just something. Baseline, safety, sanitation, 100. I do not recommend anyone become an artist unless they know that minimum. Just very minimum.
That's a really good idea. Well, I really appreciate the time that you've spent with me today, and I'm going to go out and have a nice, cold, refreshing glass of Coke, prevent myself from fainting, maybe take a walk, get some fresh air. This is the most difficult topic for me to cover is blood and guts. It's challenging.
Yes.
Talking about it, it gets in your head and I visualize what we're talking about, and then it gets worse and I break out in cold sweats. If you could see me right now, I'm completely drenched. One might never know that, but then again, I always say crazy, stupid things anyway. So it's been such a pleasure having you here with me, Ashley. Folks at home, she said something so important. If you want to become something, start studying it and practice, practice, practice. That's the tip for the day. And until next time, I love you all.